Can the committee restrict how many solar panels we can put on the roof? At the moment, we're restricted to only 8, but there's room for a lot more.
So the committee can't do anything independently of itself unless that's actually set up under one of those provisions that I just spoke about. So if we're talking about a lot owner who wants to go and put solar PV on the roof, it's a minor improvement. It's not going to detract from appearance, and it's otherwise a committee decision. Then the committee might say no for another reason, for another valid reason. Where this sort of question usually indicates that there's a solar bylaw in place, because the body corporate has thought about it and they've said to make sure that there's a fair sharing of the roof space, and based on the amount of weight that the roof can take, everybody's limited to 8 cells of maximum size. All right. Now that would be a valid bylaw because it's not about aesthetic appearance only. It's about a fair sharing of the resource. And if it's the committee who's empowered to make a decision to approve under that bylaw, then that should be okay. And it's about then giving an approval pursuant to the bylaw, because the bylaw is structured in a way to make sure that it's fair and that there's no structural overloading of the roof. So that question is very much going to depend on where that's coming from. If it's under an existing bylaw, more than likely. If there's no existing bylaw, but it's a minor improvement, then it's a committee decision. So yeah, as long as they've got valid reasons for it, they may be able to.
So from a lot owner's point of view in that situation, would they approach the committee and then ask them what the reasoning for the bylaw was?
Yeah, I mean, I usually, when you do something like this, I like to leave a paper trail. So you get a report from an engineer, for example, or a solar company with an engineer, and you commission it. I mean, if the body corporate's attitude is, let's let people put their own systems in because we don't want to, right? We, the body corporate, don't want to, but let people put their own systems in. Get yourself a good solar company and/or an engineer, and then turn around and go, rightio, guys, how do we do this fairly? And let's design a bylaw around that, and then have the report on the body corporate records to support the bylaw. So the reasoning is there. So if someone comes in later and says, I want 32 kilowatts and you can all go to hell, and I've got plenty of money and I'm going to take this all the way to the Court of Appeal, you can turn around and say, well, here's the reason that we did it the way